All right, man, we're going to move on to the next topic. The next topic is dealing with KD. Kevin Durant, man. I don't know why people continue to doubt this man. What's going on? So the question is, are the Warriors better with or without Kevin Durant? If you said they're better without Kevin Durant, we got a problem. We got a problem. If you say the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. And I understand. First off, I understand that the Warriors, the ball movement, all of that, they're running around the court, backdoor screens, the easy buckets. That stuff is really, really pretty when you're watching it and Kevin Durant is not on the floor. Because to me, when we're watching this team without Kevin Durant, we're watching just a regular, basic, great team. Like almost like they were in 2015 and 2016 before Kevin Durant got there. And that team was marvelous. We loved watching that team because they were fun. Everybody touched the ball. Everybody had a little bit of sugar. And when Kevin Durant plays, I mean, that style of play is a little bit different. They still run through a system, but the system is tweaked just a little bit. Sometimes you see Kevin Durant with a little more ISO ball. You see more one-on-one type of play sometimes. And so the system is tweaked just a little bit when Kevin Durant is on the floor. But however, the team is still better with Kevin Durant. Just think about it. Answer this question for me. If you firmly believe that the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. If you take Kevin Durant, if he leaves the Warriors and go plays for the New York Knicks, I know some Knicks fans out there, but if Kevin Durant leaves the Warriors and go play for the New York Knicks, does that team get better or worse? The team gets better, much better. You take Kevin Durant, you put him on the Los Angeles Lakers. Would that team get better or worse? Much better. You take Kevin Durant and put him on any team in the National Basketball Association. Does that team get better or worse? Because that team is going to be way, way, way better than what they were before Kevin Durant got there. And that's just a fact, man. A player with talent like that, or a player with that much talent, is not going to make a team worse. Especially if the system and the coaching staff and the front office is all efficient. I possibly don't see how that can make a team worse. What Kevin Durant brings to the Warriors, look, the Warriors are already a great team, and we know that they're a great team already. It was very clear that they did not need another MVP on that team when Kevin Durant first joined the Warriors. Everybody already knew that the Warriors did not necessarily need Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant even already knew that the Warriors did not necessarily need him. And no, I don't think he cares about them needing him or not, because he just wants to play basketball and have fun. That's where a lot of people really get it messed up, because they think, oh, Kevin Durant is hurt, that the Warriors are doing good, that he's hurt, that the Warriors are winning without him and stuff like that, when really I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to play basketball, because if that was the case, we would hear a lot more shady stuff, whatever. I don't know, but I really get the idea that, or I get the feeling that KD just wants to play basketball. Going to a team like that, he just wants to play good basketball. So he goes to a team where he's not necessarily needed. They're already good without him. He knows that. They just went to the finals back to back without you. So when he goes there, that he puts them over the top. Kevin Durant is that last little thing. Say you having a bad day. This is what Kevin Durant is. This is what he does to the Warriors. You having a bad day at work, and you driving home, or you're on your way home. You're already mad because you had a bad day at work, and then one little thing happens to just tick you off and push you over the top. That's what Kevin Durant is to the rest of the NBA and the Golden State Warriors. He puts them over top and makes them an overpowered team. And for that point, I mean, you can't be serious when you talk about the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. Do they have better stretches? Yes, sometimes they do. Do they play more team ball or utilize every single person on that team when Kevin Durant is not playing? Yes, they do, and I agree with that. Do they move the ball better sometimes and more efficiently down the stretch? Yes, I can agree with that sometimes. But what Kevin Durant has, he's evolved his offensive game. He's evolved, and that's just scary right there. Him evolving his offensive game. He's evolved his defensive game, his basketball IQ since playing with the Warriors. And you bring that to a team, and you can't possibly be serious about a team being better without Kevin Durant. That's I don't want to compare Kevin Durant to LeBron, but that's almost if you put LeBron on the Warriors, do they get better or not? If Kevin Durant wasn't on there, you put LeBron on the Warriors, do they get better or not? Yes, they do. So what's the difference? What's that difference? What's that difference? You might say, well, LeBron's more of a distributor, but I mean, the way the system is set up with the Golden State Warriors, the system that Steve Kerr implemented in the Golden State Warriors requires unselfishness, and LeBron is an unselfish player. So either way, it would help the Golden State Warriors. So I don't possibly understand. Somebody, you really have to tell me. Somebody really let me know, because I could be change my mind. If you believe that they are better without Kevin Durant, change my mind. Let me hear something that can really make me reevaluate my decision. Because I know if I'm playing a pickup game at a gym and I get a Kevin Durant on my team, whether we won 5 games back to back without him or not, but if we get him on our team and we're still winning, we've gotten better as a team. We've gotten better, but maybe the chemistry is not all the way 100% if we're not winning right away. That's a problem what I think happened to the Boston Celtics. Because on paper, Boston Celtics was the team that matched up, in my opinion, that matched up best against the Golden State Warriors. But when you look on the court, things didn't match up that way. Things didn't work out that way. And part of that reason is because I really believe that Brad Stevens should have maximized the talent of every single person on that team. And that's why I give so much credit to Steve Kerr and the Warriors, because people dog him out, talk about, Steve Kerr is a bad coach. He's not a good coach. Anybody can do that job. Anybody can coach the Warriors with all that talent. Yeah, they can coach the Warriors now. Thank you, Mark Jackson, for building that team. But yeah, they can coach the Warriors now. But I don't think people realize that how far the Golden State Warriors system has taken them as a whole. Steve Kerr, without that system of unselfishness, they would not have made it this far. They would not have. There's no way they would have made it this far. And it had to have been a particular specific way that they played basketball for everybody on that team to work out and look like they are at their best. Because if not, then you would have had a situation where you have so much talent on a team, but yet players aren't happy and the team is not getting along, like the Boston Celtics. That's the same situation. That's a clear and prime example of not putting a specific system to your players, or putting a perfect system into your players. And I don't know if you noticed, or I don't know if you ever realized, but the Golden State Warriors system is really the same way as the Bulls when Steve Kerr was playing and he was coming off the bench. It's really the same thing. They come out, shoot threes, easy buckets, can play inside, outside. Really the same thing. So Steve Kerr taking that same thing, or taking that same exact idea of how they used to play when he was with the Bulls with Michael Jordan and he was coming off the bench. It's marvelous. It's marvelous. And you got to give him that credit. Whether you say he's a great coach or not, you got to give him that at least the credit for implementing a system that takes the Warriors so far. And because of that system, that's why the Warriors look much better without Kevin Durant. That's why they look good without Kevin Durant. Let me correct that. That's why they look good without Kevin Durant, and that's why they still are dominant with Kevin Durant. Because of the way his system is set up. And credit to him, he had to let me slow down. He had to have tweaked that system multiple times when they have acquired another player over and over. When they got Boogie Cousins, he had to make some adjustments. When they got Kevin Durant, he had to make some adjustments. When Boogie Cousins went down, adjustments were made. When Kevin Durant was still there, adjustments were made. When Kevin Durant went down, adjustments were made. They had a lot of injuries over time, but because of the system that Steve Kerr implemented, that Warriors team is marvelous. And they will be. And it's that simple, man. It's that simple. That's really it, man. That's it. And there's no doubt about it. But again, if you firmly believe that the Golden State Warriors are better without Kevin Durant, let me know. Let me know. I need to hear this. Because I'm interested. I got to hear this, man. This is crazy. But if you really have a strong opinion, let me know on Twitter at I am Manny Wilson. And hey, be sure to follow me. Be sure to subscribe on all the podcast platforms. That's iHeartRadio, iPodcast. That's what Apple, Spreaker, Stitcher is one of them. iHeartRadio. I said iHeartRadio. Spotify is another one. Mostly on all podcast platforms. So be sure to subscribe. Turn that notifications button on. I'm here weekly, man, every week, and I'll be posting from at 8 a.m. every week at no later than 8 a.m. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on the run this week, man. We have a great week ahead of us with these teams battling in the finals and the conference finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will be back next week. You all have a great day today.